EULCS arena where game 2 of our match of the week between Fnatic and G2 Esports is about to get underway. And man, after a really bunch of hype expectations, coming in and seeing G2 strangle the life out of Fnatic, it's just a beauty to watch when two good teams face each other. It only takes like 2 or 3 moments to honestly decide the game, because both teams will leave so few opportunities for the other team to come back. Like, the only thing Fnatic could do in some of these situations was pick up respect in the side lane and they're the game. Yes, slightly the nature of the drop, but also obviously the back to good map play by G2 Esports. But it was just a joy to watch, like the lead up to some of these key decisions. The things that we talk about all the time, also for how analysis is to correctly identify as the major moments in the game. And you see Fnatic solve some of their issues with more crowd control and more forward gameplay, eventually at ABGaminG, you know, pick it up. That's where you have to start dropping some of these kind of flavor bands like the barn, actually, or maybe even like confrontation last game, really the best of series. You always want to hit on some champs that performed very well in the previous game, and at least force the enemy team to go out of their comfort zone. Well, if there's any team that knows about adapting and playing best of series, it has got to be Fnatic. So much history, there's so many games they've got up their belts across all the competition. And they go and save themselves all the time. Much like Legends, they say things like you can't come in the best without more than one strategy. You can't let yourself get down to the loss. Yes, bad, but go ahead and get in the next time around. The hardest last man for G2 right now. And if you're reckless, you can't really do any champs like that small game. It's very true as well. And then a great game called the Warning. Because you can always kind of counteract one of the ultimate shots or one of the double so they're going to pick up the chain early. I think that might be the case. Reckless from the first early evangelists of Kid. Also, Zed plays a mean just in general in terms of ties a lot of the people. If I tell you Astro Billion is already one of the all over the place G2 roster. He's also as a kind of cornerstone in the 1v1 maybe for that. So I think that might be the case. Or something falling out, and now Mythic can answer, and it's low mobility 80 carries in standard lanes. Marky counteract well, the poke comes in, and if you hit level 6, he's such an easy target. You can get Pepper Fate on, and you can then just combo it down, and make you take scared. So, already a much more exciting early game coming on here, so hoping for standard lanes, and then some of these pieces can really shine. GT's still contemplating what their next couple of picks are going to be. Obviously, we can expect those mid lanes to not be revealed until the very last minute. Might start looking at the top end of the AD carry, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's blocking the right. I doubt it though. I think they will. I mean, it seems Slubbers it this long. No, so he's off Sicilian right now. The Sears out of the equation, and Victor doesn't seem to. Well, sounds right. Yeah, so I think he's the first one blind eyes, because again, G2 love playing 1v1. Like it's their preferential style. And Victor, you can't play 1v1. I'm curious to see what plan they have in mind. Maybe they opt the lane swap instead. They almost lost. We'll get more information once we see what it's going to be. It's either going to be Asher Halo, Phyllis the offers control. Likely to go with the Asher. It's preferred over Caitlyn. I feel for the next one. The last couple seconds to go. The Nars were expected. In the dominating first place position, but it's only 1 point that separates these two teams, and it's about to change if they can't get themselves a victory here. What is that last lock-in? What do they put Gamsu on right now? I mean, this one you can't lock any melee matchups that get outlaid by Nars. Like jungle kind of gets beaten. It will be maybe a Shen. Okay, we've seen this once before. It's like this is a counter pick, so but you need to keep connecting your Qs. When the while they played against Cabashard, and maybe Cabashard can shed us some more light on it later on this. Cabashard kind of didn't carry on this matchup because he kept missing his Qs in lane and didn't go for the EQ combo. This matchup is all about landing EQ combo aggressively as Jarvan, but then you need to know where the enemy jungler is. Spirit has really big innate synergy both bot lane and top lane. Gang potential is incredibly high. You will get out far back in the league because these guys have some really interesting dynamics that they have more in these games. Super fast top lane on the side too. I still think, as far as because now Fnatic tells us with this gap they have to play top lane. And the company tells us that they want to lane swap because they now is absolutely good. Coaches shake hands for the final time today. Will Fnatic prevail? Will they get themselves another winner? One win to even up the series, or is G2 going to take that very, very dominating 2-0? Yeah, I'm having issues adding it all up here. The map is hard on broadcast, I know about that. It's not about, it's just about all these matchups and how they interact, and I wonder where Spirit is going to spend his time. He's going to equalize the bot lane. Am I overrating Ash Bard into Gina Alistar? Is the cap for Spirit again enough to was expected a dumpster, and then Fnatic like crash over the ball like something they've done in the past? There's so many questions that we need to answer. All these questions and more. They're about to be answered. It's G2. It's Fnatic. Two best teams in Europe. Let's hear it one more time. Who's going to take this victory? Summoners rips. Gravity's out of nice rhythm. Get into what was Zenizon right now. Honestly, it gave Fnatic all the information for the lane, so I don't think G2 is aware of that ward being placed. And they aggressively moving here into the enemy jungle as a 4-man squad. So look at where Spirit starting deep into the enemy jungle here. So this is honestly the perfect lane swap start here. For Fnatic, they take a really big opening here. Here comes, you get double jungle on the clear away the blue and jungle. The map itself, it gets divided down that mid lane right now. And that's the risk of going for that lane and being a drop in this matchup. Being able to a lot of counter players. Bard is also fantastic as a champion. Behind the 7, he's still back into the left side of the lane. This is the right escape. expected given their champion choices. But they're going for the, honestly, reverse cheese here. Support wants to zone off the enemy top laner here. Look at where jungler is. It almost worked. Spirit almost managed to get in time to that rush. Because every time the support wants to zone off the enemy top laner, he will go hyper aggressive. And this looks nothing for Fnatic now, but it's been almost reverse cheese. I think we still got there. Spirit was just 2 seconds. Now Yellow starts coming around. This is aggressive run. No part. Esports, and this play gets turned upside down here. I love the initiative from Fnatic, but it was too disjointed. They need to strike immediately with, they need the element of surprise. So Spirit should have been in that rush. Could win the, and suddenly he's like, oh my god, why is the jungler here? But he had too much time playing it out, and flat to also, he skilled 4 to level 2 in the lane swap. Most parts in lane skill and health back level 2. That's again a minor adaptation that you never see punished, and here it is. Yeah, yellow start. I'll go for the combo. You just have to play zone control. You need to wait until maybe 50 walks up to a wall, and then you need to Q flash. If you W, it's 2 telegraph. Any good player can actually flash and W traveling on land. And I mean, you have to go out. If you go at 50, I don't think you can open W. You always have to do flash and then you don't get ready. And then you come in here. Delta will respect the point. Suddenly this play from Fnatic, they committed to it, they failed in this setup where Spirit was revealed, but they kept it afterwards. And also this is a 5 moment, you can flash it, something I like some more private gold, a lot of that gold sitting in the pocket of Specs as well. You get that beam from Star's top lane as well. It's definitely not been the case for these two. Gold ahead right now. This is massive. This is almost a game over. Fnatic really going for an aggressive pick. Fnatic going back for it yet again this time. G2 really showing up and showing that they can predict, they can adapt. Before Fnatic even make some of these moves, it's been troubling for them to deal with the raw power and quick decision making that G2 had. Let's take a look at this one again. What happened in the lane? Well, you got jumped on. Quite enough damage right in the beginning, but they did manage to polish him off by the way. So even more gold on the side of G2. More expensive. Relatively even experience. First is in the game 2. It's been a 50. Themselves well. Remember, they only get online on level 6, Max Arrow, and definitely Max Arrow. And just take half big points. This game is getting out of play right now. The giveaway today here is that it can't be pushing in. They know that Fnatic can't bring up anything around the rear of the bench. They're very strong down right now. And also behind them is also playing out with the Delta Little. Down. 2,000 gold difference is huge, and G2, look at this, they're not even nobody pushing on the mid. Yeah, it's pushed bot last mid because they sent Victor to the base here, and they're losing that with the Fnatic's looking for a desperate collapse here. Yellow Star almost has flash, so Fnatic right now, they want to go for flash combo into flash flag and drag, because Gams are pushing top and he can't really hold there against his thing. It's not good when you're already trying to make desperate plays at 8.5 minutes. Perks having absolutely no trouble now, getting a lot more farm up on Featherfin as things are rolling on forward. Trick doing the same to Spirit in this jungle, and they're starting to control the map, control the pace of the game yet again. This matchup is so crucial and relies on Gams being able to use his kit to get ahead of the dog. Not expect us to goal lead. Really counteract on this all until it's low pitch for Gams, so Gams will get out-traded. They're already doing the start match, which is 1-5. 7 plus 9. Most of our matchups are expect them to be able to work forward. This series, one time by choice, and this time by double flashing time. Look at how this goes. So telegraph, so obvious. Definitely not an issue on G2 side right now. Fnatic are going to go ahead and push this bottom side. Just keep trading. If you're behind, you want to keep trading evenly to make that gold advantage relatively less impactful. If it stays at 2k gold for the rest of the game, great. By 30k gold each, this is slightly irrelevant. The problem is G2 is keeping away both mid lane and bot lane at the same time. Right now they're going to use this tower here. G2 can grab another tower in the bottom that can be more valuable trade for the time being. Just to do that. It's actually a long time for Fnatic to really take this back, and that's 3 damage that's Fensley. Yeah, really doubling up the value here. That's going to be enough for the tower. Focus fire on that tower. And then comes up bouncing away to the bottom. It's so much damage actually. Yes. A whole freaking tower trade here, plus the back on the I can imagine playing especially. It's 10 minutes. This is a huge lead already for G2. No one needs to really bother about the cloud break, but G2 can take whatever they want at their leisure. They have lost in their tower on the top side, but they're not concerned about the expected. Black League will go start on yeah, if I was going to do Jarvan against the right guys, give it to me. I got the secret weapon. Jarvan got a pick. And then you look at this. That's a pretty good play as well. Now, you got any more of those Game of Thrones references? It doesn't work if you're obvious about them, Pyra. Hey man, you brought it up earlier. Alright. Yeah, this is just textbook though, G2. I mean, they ran a clinic last game in 40 minutes on Fnatic, and they're doing it again. The Yellow Star desperately trying to head down. It's so crazy to see them do this to a team that A is currently sitting in 8th place. Fnatic dug themselves the they went for a really nice play. I like it. It's cheeky, it's the brush. It works. If you're not a brush, you gotta sometimes you gotta be ready to go forward. But this is the power of G2. Force decisions that aren't very optimal, or at least to force you to do. I mean, Punishy, once your good decision turns bad, like any good decision can turn bad if you wait long enough. Just like that, also staying here could turn bad, but he makes a quick decision. Yeah. Well, you know what? Use the EQ combo. Look at him. Press C, flags and backs. And it's gonna be another tower though for G2. I mean, they're losing ground rapidly on the side of Fnatic, but the gold just keeps on flowing. And G2 Esports, again, they do not have to fight. They do not have to engage at all. They can just keep the pressure coming. And I think it's the way to do it. There's nothing they can really do here to get back into this game or enforce them. There's no It's just not happening right now. Time's running out. Definitely have to take a good hard look at this series no matter how it shakes out. Yeah, it's looking like a big point here. And I like the progression from G2. I mean, coming into the series, one of their issues was not being communicated with the team in crucial mid-game decision. We've had accelerated mid-games where G2 was playing from ahead, so we can't really be conclusive about them having solved that issue. But this problem become much when he's talking, or rather he's understanding just about everything and he's working on all these words that he's not quite confident in. Just like saying with every night, yes, there you go. Yeah, GT, I mean, you can see the work that they're putting in getting on the screen right now. They're clearly brought their A-game.
I mean, we have nothing left to talk about. This is where we film and hope that everybody's interchanging tasks because G2, they take one big chunk out of Fnatic. They learn one play and then they play the map, and that is competition legends. This team has gotten so good at knowing how to close our games and Fnatic from behind is about to get. Things like Alice are from behind, which is simply not one because it's a shotgun approach.
Haven't played out as a very important role with the Cloud being the first one that's hit the rift, but it's just now it's Inferno that'll eventually come up. It's even more for Geoff to just easily take away. There's no in for Fnatic. They just can't find any way to get a pick off. I mean, Spirit didn't have the impact he needed early on. There's the Jin ulti. Reckless is going to try to get a zone away, but still have Arrow, still have all the flash. They've got everything. You still have a magical journey. Several, in fact. Oh, there's a different fate. It's going to land onto Spirits. And in comes the arrow, it's going to hit him right in the back after the Nidalee spear. And Fnatic are running scared. Meanwhile, First,
we're still a gas in I didn't know what like ABGaminG was from G2. Honestly, it wasn't the best. It worked somewhat, but none of their teleporters was actually in a position to teleport in. So, that's a mistake. You can fault them for that.
There you go.
They could be a fault for
the team that is currently sitting 5,000 over rate 5-1. Alright, let's take a look at what happened.
So, I asked for this replay again earlier. We don't go back to scoring time. Over and fails obviously here. People should actually start much sooner. This is the foul of the play that failed. If it's good, everybody knows that. The rest of the plans Steve put it down. Actually, it doesn't even have to flash. There's no expectation. The start of this play was this version of a top player screen here. The first top lane burst. That's what Spirit was trying to enter to then kill Midley, who was going to zone off Gamsu from the wave. Second, he was spotted on that Elise. They should have called off the play. They overcommitted to a play that must have worked another time in the script. But nobody kind of punished them on that. That's why they kept committing to it. But they were ready for honestly a huge flash from it. And then the point level 2. I mean, it changed too many kind of factors, too many variables on that play. And so like Fnatic didn't have the adaptation to fire. And that single play honestly snowballed the entire game.
I mean, it's the same story as last time we played as well. To make these kind of plays and make errors against a team like G2 Esports that punch every single time. You know, they can know that they're on this. It's incredible to see them on this level. It's just like the first. You know, it's really good. They can make changes off of the It's definitely the case. G2 had a 1-1 in both their series last week, and they came in ready to really turn that right around and reclaim the top spot. Remember, this is the defending champions in Europe so far, which is a title usually reserved for Fnatic.
Burn smash.
Nope. Okay, Room Prisons instead. Oh, he stops!
That was not a fair double from the
He's gone.
No, he's dead.
Yeah. Let's just, I want to see a legend.
Red Perkovich, that was a mistake. That was not a failed double by Yellow Star. Okay, everybody stop fighting. That was not a failed double from Yellow Star because Red Blade is W and respect your own start of the flash. First smash was down. So Yellow Star wants to double. Then Q flash off the first. It wasn't the case that first smash was down. Earlier fight was gaps. So first smash was down. Flash off to them.
I love it when you talk nerdy to me.
Do you?
Games like these, nothing better.
Alright, let's get to it then, Tyler. encourage you all night. As long as you pay for dinner.
We still got catering, right? Does that count?
Did you have any Korean Wars? You got me
Hey man, it's
bloody cold Korean Wars? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, it's spirit.
I'm giving you my darkest, deepest support, tricks, and tips. And I only get cold Korean Wars from catering.
Tell you what,
Just
I'll
fantastic,
heat
by
it
the
up
way.
for you. Alright, so let's take a look at the catch-up first. I mean, talking about the flash, right?
Yeah, so here, technically, first with Flash, and then the other with Flash after. First, obviously, does not have Flash. So one begs the question, what is first to there? And this is why we, or by we, obviously, I mean myself, I don't like personal rights as much as it's getting caught inside like it's every game.
Yeah, I just smile a lot, by the way. That's your rules.
We talk about things like,
I goes like, yeah, we did. I remember this stuff. Alright, so it's 20 minutes in, but like, the strength of it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And obviously, this is a lot of fun. What is the size of the game? What is the next 7 minutes? I can look at you at that call. Pull out every single thing. They fire from somebody holding silent. They slow it down and make sure it's not moving out. And then they go down already a flash. And that's what G2 need to learn to do better. Is because this game they don't have double side stone, so their 1v1 is significantly weaker vision wise, which leads to people getting caught out. I like Zillion in the 1v1 a lot more because Perks has speed up. Perks with Zillion would have not died there. Now Magnus gets a spear. Oh, and he is just evaporated. That is a whole lot of damage and stop him for a second. Tempered Fate, Trick, flashing away. Big Gnar, stomps on the Goombas. It's Yellowstar and Featherman that are going down. And one step, huge punishment. Yellowstar flashes away, but that's gotta be in hip towers.
That was sexy, you know. Double meter is 100% right there. Trick's going down, you know, deprivate on 3 members plus his own number to flash out. Double cosmic landing. Now here, double unexpected inside the red ball. And then the follow-up. That was just another annihilation inside of the red. 20 minutes after
They want to back their bounds just a little bit. G2 slapping them back into place. That's going to be Infernal Dragon. That time is a little bit too low for G2 to try and push it to finish this game off just yet, but they're looking like guys get foregone conclusion.
Yeah. Love me some Mark Thomas.
Finally gets a play-by-play something from him.
Almost stole it from you.
I'm glad you let up on the gas.
Get off my property. Spy will. What's going on? I have to shout.
So you're like the guy who's yelling, kids get off my lawn and sees him on his way along.
Yeah, that's alright, let's see how this is my turn to go on. That's this. Some guys just go in, double combos, one game, 2 lanes, 3 lanes.
That keeps on his first, he's like, I don't care.
This is the player of the game. It's only back to back. I know we're gonna get buzzed by our stats guys, but guys, do you have your POG? That POG is player of the game. And for me, it's Smithy. Those bindings, man.
Honestly, like, his Bard play has been pretty fantastic across the board. But nobody on, okay, I say nobody, there have been, like, as you said, a few small mistakes on the side of G2. But in this entire series, in all honesty, we haven't seen a lot of individual mistakes outside of maybe Trick getting caught, or First getting, yeah, outside of Specs getting caught a little bit last game. This game,
Both we expect and
First now, yeah, like, and it's one time. Okay, Mithy does face take.
Oh, that's a calculated risk because he knows he has backup.
Oh, okay.
I'll throw the arrow.
That's fine though, like, it's a low enough cooldown for them to keep on pushing in. You gotta expect, they have the 4-1, they keep on roaming through the jungle. I mean, Fnatic they're not blind, they've got a few wards now, but I mean, look at what G2 have got here. There's just no ground they can really run to.
Yeah, they're just isolating that right now. Spirit knowing that the spiders have overheats. Definitely need to dodge that arrow. You know, so right now, just flash finish here as he goes into make
Yeah, scoops right into the wall, and then Spirit's pretty much left hanging. And yeah, it's all cleaned up for GT here. They definitely know how to take the game from this logical conclusion. So they isolate out from there, and easy peasy. They don't even need to take it right out, but they keep on chasing. It's only 24 and a half minutes in, remember. This is like 9,000 goal lead. It's just been snowballing out of control since that.
You know, the only
This was what they were striving for. We're seeing it here. This is a team that has gone Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Drake's which Super Saiyan though? Early in the series when they're playing weak opponents, or later?
I think it's like somewhere between 1 and 2, so the hair just keeps growing right now.
Yeah, right.
And he's caught, but he's got a magical journey. He's gonna stop the bear, but look, they didn't even need to finish it. Bevan, he's caught him a tempered fate. They chain it in. The Chaos Storm comes, but that's not anything that they needed. Expect he's still 1v3. They turn to Reckless, pounce on him, a double kill over to Trick, and it's Yellowstar's turn to fall. A triple kill for the kitty cat, and that's gonna be base.
In terms of like long hair length, I was gonna ask him, is it Reckless level of Super Saiyan? But this looks like a Group Talk level of Super Saiyan from G2 Esports here. Complete domination. I got one tweet saying, Grandpa, it was a 14-minute game. This wasn't domination in game 1. Well, guess what? This one is G2 just towering at the shoulders above Fnatic. Based all on that first wave. That super clean map play. That's them. 2 inhibitors and full access to the back.
12,000 gold. And towers with the green. They've taken every objective in the game, given so little away. Fnatic have nowhere to run. G2, it's a matter of time when they come out.
Yeah, well, this such a very easy to identify the key moments in both these games. So the replay analysis from Fnatic will honestly be rock swift. There's 3 phases in game 1, and then there's 1 phase in game 2, and that's it done. So at least they know where to look for their faults. For G2, they also know where to refine their strategy. They really need to be more careful here being picked off, and also they need to stop relying on individually outplaying opponents in some of these skirmishes too. Here we saw engage on Minty, but he can still get into 4 loops despite being denied once. Then just the very end, and then yeah, Jesus.
You know, I'll expect. I mean, he demanded so much pressure at this point. Like, this star play is ridiculous. Yes, they're ahead, but I mean, come on, you can just get the multi-box.
Now, obviously, G2 Esports is looking at obviously strategy is required.
You lock it there. And that's step 1, though, is getting that LCS title once again. Sven and Minty joining this team, trying to get their first LCS title, but they can beat the old teams of Europe and keep the dominance going. It looks like that is going to be the case, and it has never looked so easy. Taking out Yellowstar, chasing Spirit. He might have 8 legs, but he's not running fast enough.
This is an unfair battle at this point. They're like fighting with feet. You ever played Legend of Zelda games, like the first Sword of the game? That's actually doing right now. It's not the Evergreen Master Stroke. It's not really clear. 12,000 gold every game makes something. Very good. They have a 6th member working ball right now.
I don't know how much money in this player, and it started with probably only about 20 minutes down it goes. There's nobody there to contest. Super minions in 2 lanes here for Fnatic to desperately deal with as they start knocking down the towers. They can take their time and scenically roll through the Summoner's Rift before finishing this victory.
Yeah, and look at some of the wonders that we put into this game. You can pass by the frog that our observers so frantically obsessed about. And the owls.
It's a Harry Potter menagerie here.
It's a little scary how much Kevin loves his owl.
Yeah.
Well, just again, before we get into owl business.
I was going to talk about observers and controls. It's more important.
Yeah. Zoning ultimate for Minty. That's what we call them. As you missed, no. I was simply moving, getting forward into the fight. You'll expect out that Knock get pretty tanky. And yeah, chase happens, and then Victor there, eventually yeah, it's over. Pepper tries to kind of lift behind, he's also the flash first. Guess what? Pepper drops through, it's just instant easy right now. And this, the thing is like, neither team really would know what happened to the script, but this is everyone like, oh, this is the way you're going, yeah, so it's 29, 30 minutes, I mean, this is so hard, I know they lost so much ground, you might see one flat before the end, absolutely, Hughes is going to get knocked by the arrow though, and there's a big R, he's going to go golden for a second, and the Fnatic member starts to drop, Yellow Star going first, Sven takes him out, Gamsu goes for the dump, the Chaos Storm, not enough damage, and they want to pad those stats, but that's Inhibitor, and G2 Esports, 2-0, clinic on Fnatic. Yeah, that phase where those 3 inhibitors were down at the very end, Fnatic vying for the throne, but that was a wedding, the Reigns of Casting would start playing right there. Sadly, Swift and Fnatic's chances in this series, honestly, beautiful 2-0 here. At least Spirit smile. That's what I love about that guy. He's always smiling. Fnatic thinking it. Honestly, he's well. You have to take a long look at his stride. There's not a whole lot to do. Yeah, I'm having things like coming back and what he's talking about. I hope no fans watching this like, why are you smiling? You don't think you need to. Like, you gotta pass and you gotta go back to the drawing board. As a player that always used to get angry after losses, like I would always rage at myself after losses, and I would be so upset that my teammates would never be equally upset, you know, because how can they not care enough? It is the wrong mentality. I think it's great to see that Fnatic here, they go to smile, they know where they messed up, they can easily identify these mistakes, and they know exactly what they need to fix for next week. Hopefully, because they're I expect now the playoffs, Fnatic is a team we know that this kind of launch where quite a bit about yourself, about their those similar but for now, that playoffs, just enough. That's one of the only ways that you can do the podcast. Yeah, you hear a lot of people about it. Yeah, Fnatic a lot of that over and now this is where G2 is kind of, why did we lose points, these teams, why did we lose these series last few weeks? Yeah. But honestly, back on top, at the end of honestly the first half of the split, whenever we're approaching, we're officially halfway. Yeah, we're officially halfway right now, and every team is split, every team wants to do it at the top, and that's what they wanted. That's kind of what we expected. I mean, there were 2 stumbling blocks, but we started to see these teams that have really gotten their stuff together, climbing back into it. Fnatic, you know, really challenging for that second spot, clearly couldn't match up to what G2 were doing today, but this is G2 at, I don't know if it's their cap, but it's clearly at something that is nothing anyone else here. Gotta hold the horse in the fire right now. Both these games were decided by very early, like, late swap kind of shifts out of the ball. Both aggressively by G2 punching against for the first game, and then Fnatic going for kind of forward of this play in the second game that backfired. Alright. No sweet to say. We're gonna have a while before we can see them play again, but that was very tough. Now, before all that series, we're going to go ahead and set it down to stand by with Billy. Very much, gentlemen. The ending scroll, guys. One was right. Also, I learned so much about the weight control and how we play the map and everything. Like, we really focused on it for last weekend, this weekend. Kind of showed that it worked. I think it showed very well
look at our weaknesses, right? So we felt our 3-2 was very good. We were winning every split we were playing 1-1 3-2. So we just realized that our exit was horrific and we just worked with that.